Hello all my friends, welcome to my channel. I am Hilary and I will be doing the Booktube Newbie TAG. We can go to the first question. So why did you start this channel? Originally I did this channel years ago, I think over 5 or 6, 7, I think it will be 8 years in January. I did it as a planner channel. I was involved in the planner community. I still love planning. I do love using my Erin Condren planner and using stickers to fancy up my planning. I did put the whole YouTube channel for hold for many years just because I didn't have time to do it, and I felt like I didn't put anything new to the channel. But I have been thinking about doing a booktube channel for a long time, so here I am and doing it. We'll see how well this goes. The second question, what are some fun and unique things you can bring to the booktube? I think most people will bring something unique to the booktube community, whether they are doing a booktube channel or not. And for me, I'm hoping I'm doing something extra also. One thing I do want to actually do is do more giveaways, especially for people outside the US and UK community. But also I think I have some very unique and interesting video ideas that will be hopefully coming this year or the next couple of years. The third question, what am I the most excited about this new channel? I think it is the socializing aspect. I'm quite shy person usually, and I have been mostly lurking in booktube for more than a year at least, more actively lurking. So I do sometimes comment and talk to people, but I'm still quite shy, and I do want to be more active social with people, especially like the smaller community and other people similar to me that aren't very courageous and comment a lot. So I think that is the most important. 4. Why do I love reading? I think like most of us, I do love to escape into another world. I really do pay a lot of attention about world building, and I think it's a very important aspect, at least for me. The characters are important also, but I do love series that have really nice world building where you can, for example, put yourself into it and hang around. One example of this is Harry Potter world, for example, but there are so many more, and there are some worlds that I definitely do not want to go into because I just wouldn't survive. For example, the Queen of the Deerling series. But also I have been reading for years, and it's a good way to spend some time, get some new perspectives on things and educate yourself, but also read something new. So I think reading gives just more than escapism, and I love all the aspects of it. 5. What books series got me into reading? I think it's a very hard question for me to answer because I honestly can't remember. I remember reading and really loving about Egyptian mythology, also the Greek and Roman ones, so I did read like children encyclopedias about these subjects. But for the middle grade series or any other book, I honestly can't remember. And it definitely wasn't Harry Potter books because I remember when they first came out, I didn't see the hype at all. But I did try the series when I think the 3rd or the 4th book came out, and I really started loving the whole series. 6. What question would I ask of a fellow booktuber? And honestly, it would be what are their recommendations to a starting booktuber? But also I think it would be really interesting to hear about what is their most hated book that they really despise. I think that reading the books is very subjective, and also the opinions about the book are very subjective. I think it would be really interesting to hear what people don't like, what books they don't like, but also the reason why. And that is actually one of the video ideas I have, to read booktubers' most hated books and hearing about their reasoning why they don't like that book, and also me reading them and seeing whether I agree with them or not. And I think that would be quite interesting to hear. I wouldn't tell this would be a hate video. It would be just understanding other people's opinions about books and their preferences about books more than just hearing about their most favorite books. 7. What challenges do I think starting about Booktube channel will be the hardest to overcome? And I think it will be being more social and more active in the community, because I'm in person very shy and I usually just lurk in the Booktube community, but I do try to push myself more and be more active and comment and talk to other people about my opinions on books. And also reviewing books. I'm not very good at reviewing books. I think the main reason is it's hard to put my ideas and my thoughts into words about the book in a semi-professional manner of reviewing, because I think reviewing is a very serious business, although it isn't and shouldn't be. It can be quite freeform. So I do want to pay more attention to both of them and try more harder. 8. When did I start reading? As I said before, I don't actually remember exact year, date, age when I started reading. I do remember visiting the library when I was quite small and loving reading most of the time. We also had quite a big library of old books also at our home. So I do remember reading. I just can't tell you specifics about what age it was, and also what did I read. Before my high school, I was mostly limited to reading just the books that I had in my very small local library. In my high school years and my university years, I did use the bigger library in the city, because my school was in the city. So, and also I got access to more English books, which meant that I had access to a lot more books, because a lot of books aren't translated into Estonian, and also it will take time to translate them into Estonian. So I did mostly read books in English from high school. 9. Where do I read books? Mostly I read behind my computer, on my computer chair, but also on my couch. I don't mind. I really actually love just sitting on my computer chair and reading. I have a little light there also, and usually put a booktube or planning video in the background just to get some background noise. I really hate reading in complete quietness. Sometimes I do read on the floor or in my bed, especially a Kindle book. But honestly, my preferred sitting position is on my computer chair before my computer. 10. What kind of books do I like? Honestly, mostly fantasy. Young adult fantasy has been my favorite for a long time. Also, I really like paranormal romance, more on the smuttier side. And those two genres I have been reading for a long time. In the last year or two, I have been getting more around to different kinds of books. For example, sci-fi, epic and high adult fantasy, mystery thrillers, but also a little bit contemporary and non-fiction. I really don't like contemporary romance. For some reason, I have tried a couple of them, and I will probably try more in the future, but it is definitely not my preferred genre. For the non-fictions, I do read occasionally, or contemporary fiction, mostly in audiobook format. But again, it is just, I don't read it mainly, just to get a little bit of difference, and also see what other interesting books are out there. There are definitely some of my favorite books that are out of fantasy and romance genre. So I definitely want to dwell more into those different genres. Also, reading classics, I really enjoy, and this depressing European classics around World War I and II are actually my favorite ones. For example, Arc the Triumph by Remarque, 1984 by George Orwell. Also some Russian classics like War and Peace are still one of my favorites to read. 11th and the last question is, what does my book collection look like? I actually had quite a big random collection of books, but I gave most of them away and kept only the books I really loved. And for many years, my book collection was quite small. It was about one full half-sized bookcase. For now, it has gotten again a little bit bigger. I am both subscribed to Illumicrate and from December 2021 also to Fairyloot, so I will be getting some new books, but mostly I do like to read first on Kindle, as an ebook, and then if I really like the book, I will buy it physically. But also for epic, high fantasy, adult fantasy, or sci-fi, I do like to read it in a physical format. So for those, I am buying books. But in most, it is quite small. I have 2 half-sized bookcases and a couple of books just lying around here and there. That's about it. At some point, there probably will be some sort of my book collection or how I organize my books or something like that video to show more. But since I am living in a quite small apartment, I don't have a lot of space for books right now. So we'll see when that will be coming. And that's about it. I will be doing a couple of more get to know me videos here and there. Probably not in the near future, maybe one in February, maybe not. I haven't planned February's videos yet. But I do hope you enjoyed this video. I will see you soon in the next video, and bye!